Hi everyone, happy May. I'm gonna apologize because there is some, I don't know if it's hammering or sawing going on over there, but actually that is what today's video is about. It's about how we are all under construction and our lives are continually under construction. I know that we have a tendency, and I'm guilty of this, of not wanting to share things without them being polished. And actually part of the reason I don't share things I'm in the middle of making is because many times I ended up never finishing them or they went bad. Particularly with my writing projects, I don't share many things I'm in the middle of working on because if I talk about them, I don't finish them, and then I already have enough unfinished projects. And so, we do have this tendency to, especially today, because we have so many opportunities for editing that we didn't have before. It's not like my mom with their Instamatic camera and there are very few photos, and there are always a few that didn't make it into the photo album because somebody's eyes were closed or something like that. And now we can go and change everything. We can take people out. Not that I know how to do that, but more than anything, I just sometimes lighten up in images. But I really try hard for myself to be as I am, that this is who I am. This is what you see. What you see is who I am. Because I honestly, I would hate for someone to run into me somewhere and be like, wow, she doesn't look the same. And I have seen that with when I've met the few people that I've met, maybe like actresses, they're not wearing all their makeup and you're like, well, who's that? You realize they don't look the same. So it's important to me to really show who I am. And so part of that today is you can see that you can kind of see, but my pool deck is empty behind me, and that actually is the power washer, because Greg power washed the deck. So on the other side here, all the furniture has been moved into the garden. We call it the garden, where our fake grass is, the dog area. And so it's like my house is a little bit under construction today. And I wanted to share a couple bags that are under construction. Now I feel safe enough sharing them because I finished them to my point. Now I have to wait for Greg to do grommets. And I'm getting ready for my open house here in Albuquerque on Sunday, May 1st. If you're here, let me know if you'd like to come in the afternoon. So this is the Penguin bucket bag. This was made from a shower curtain that had never been opened. I don't know how old it was. But I sold one bag that I made like this to a mom bought it for her daughter who's a big penguin lover, but now I've made a bucket bag. And I found some fabric, some things that I had cut out, and had not finished. And so I just decided to go ahead and finish them. These are the Chelle Summer bags. If you look at the evolution of Chelle Summer, this would have been the second style that I did after the bucket bag. This was like a muumuu, and I have to find the rest of it because I know I have more pieces to it. But I still remember the estate sale where I got it. It took me a long time to really like what I was going to make with it, and that's why I hadn't finished this. And I think part of it was, you could see I put green gingham in green checks inside, and wasn't doing that in the beginning with the bucket or the tote bag. I wasn't doing it with any bags. I was just using muslin. And once I started making fun insides, I became a little more excited about them. And this fabric, this was a very popular one. One of the initial bags I made. I sold everything that I made in this, and it's a Paris print, very fun. You can see, I hope, and there's a plane going, there's always something going overhead, so if it's not construction, it's a plane. And actually the birds got quiet, and actually the dogs are not running around, surprisingly. But this is Paris print, and inside I put some polka dots. And the final one is, I call this, it's like a travel print. Lots of places, fun places, and again, the polka dots inside. So these are all waiting for grommets by Greg, and then they'll be ready. They better be ready for the open house. The other thing is, I am wearing, and I'm not sure how much you can see of this, but it's what I call the Chelle Summer, the casa dress, the house dress. And this is also a work in construction. I have not shared many of these because I'm still figuring out the pattern. Now this one was based on a 1950 something pattern, and I like it because it has a hood. Not that I ever need a hood, but it just seems sometimes fun to have a hood. Maybe, I don't know, I can't think of a reason. I'm not a hood person, and nor am I a hat person, so if you see me with a hood or a hat, it's highly unusual. One of the things that's also interesting is that the shoulder seam comes all the way down here. Usually what you see is up here, but this also may be something you probably have never noticed, and I say that because I never noticed that. So I have this one and a more recent one that I'm working on, and the other thing I'm also doing is wearing them, and that's part of how I decide what I'm going to make for uh, make for others, is once I decide that I'm comfortable with it and like the way it fits and such. So I'm still kind of figuring this out, but it's fun to me. You have the long sleeves. It's going to be about 70 here today, so it's still a bit cool this morning, although it's warm in the sun. And this is swim fabric, so it's a spandex knit of such, and it's a great dress you could wear it in, you can wear it out, and it's very comfortable. So with that, I am wishing you all a happy end of April, and I'll be talking to you in May. And don't forget, you can always find me at chellesummer.com, www.chellesummer.com. Have a great day. Have a shell-tastic day, everyone.